who did you build this house for? Like, who did you have this in mind?
So anyone who appreciates quality and want to feel the touch of luxury, that's how I got my inspiration from.
Because though the house is not completed, you can see that the finishing touches of the plastering and everything is top.
That's
like even the staircase behind us. Just amazing.
Exactly.
We are in the offices of Fastlane Prestige Company Limited, and we are with the CEO, Mr. Manasseh. And we want to know a bit about your story, how you got into the real estate industry, construction and all that. And let us know some of the lessons you've learned and how maybe other young people can also be inspired by your story. Tell us a bit about yourself.
I'm Manasseh, as you mentioned. I'm a young guy, age of 35 years. I think it's a childhood dream because where we were born, things were a bit difficult. When I grew up, that's what I said to myself. When I grew up, I want to build more houses for people. I just said it, I didn't know how all this will come into pass.
Was it like where you were living, the rooms were very small and you were sharing room with people and things like that? That's why you wanted to build houses for people?
My mother was a single parent and 6 people were living in the room. So you can see the problem over there. So I wasn't comfortable. But I didn't know how I'll come out from that. So because I wasn't comfortable, I used to say, when I grow up, I won't live this kind of life. I would like to build more, give it to people. Those kind of things was going on. But although I didn't know how it will happen. But I keep on saying, I had that dream, I keep on saying to myself, one day this is what I will do. Whilst going to school, that thought keep on ringing in my mind. Even when I went to school, I didn't go to boarding house. We rented a room, we and some guys. So we were still sharing the room. So that thing was still there. I got a chance to manage a hostel at KNUST. It was a new development and the owner was still building some of the hostels around. I had the opportunity to supervise some of the works over there. My interest grew very well over there. Supervising the work, buying of the materials, seeing how things were going. I think I was taking my mentorship over there because I learned a lot. I learned how the construction is being done properly. I was able to engage with the top masons and some of the architects over there also comes to supervise the work. So I engaged them. They also mentor me concerning my interests because I had the interest and I was developing from there. I decided to also set up a side hustle. I didn't want to move far away from the construction side because of my interest over there. So I decided to set up a business on the selling of the woods. I was into the 4x4, 2x2, 2x3, the Wawa board. All kinds of woods I was selling over there.
Where were you getting the wood from?
Oh, I used to go to Western region, Sefi area. I go directly to those who own it. So I buy from them, I bring it to where I sell it. I was doing that one personally. While still managing the hostel. My assistant was there. Anytime I get a chance, I used to do my business. I was managing that one alongside managing the hostel, alongside supervising some of the construction where that was taking place at the hostel. So I was doing all this.
Why did you do the wood? Why not cement?
Okay, I needed money. And I needed to start something, but I didn't want to move from the construction side. I did a research and I saw that it goes faster. There will not be a construction without the wood. Either you need it for your starting pillars, continuous pillars. I was buying that kind of materials. So I found out there's money inside. I engaged those who were in it. They were giving me some updates, the profit margin and where they get their materials to come and sell. So I engaged them, I gathered my information when I was doing the research. I gathered the disadvantage and advantage in that business. So I stood up and I drew my plan. I knew I can do it.
At that age, how old were you?
I was 20 to 21.
And you were traveling to go and get wood to supply to builders and...
That's it. It was that age I decided to start that kind of business. So I did it for some time. I got to know much. We were facing some issue with the forestry. Sometimes you go and buy the wood, they seize it.
Even today, they still see.
You see that thing. So the thing were becoming inconvenient for me. I was losing a lot of money. So I sat down, I decided to do something that would not make me lose the capital I've gathered. What I did was, I bought land. The idea why I was doing all this is to get into proper construction. I didn't want to stay where I am. I'm not that grown. I don't have much business idea. But getting a land, I know it will appreciate. I had that in mind. Even if I can't build it, it will appreciate. So I bought that land.
At what age?
I was 22.
In which area?
I just saw proper.
For how much?
At that time, I bought it 7,000. Getting that kind of money wasn't that easy. It took me a lot of hassle to gather that kind of money. And because I've supervised some of the construction, I got a whole idea of how to start building. I cleared the whole land, molded my own blocks. When the architect gave me the plan, I gave it to the quantity surveyor. He was able to give me the calculation. I got to know all this because of the supervisor.
So you had the connections and the contacts.
Yes, those contacts were there. So when the moment they finished the architectural drawing, I just consulted the quantity surveyor. This is what I want to build. I see why 5-bedroom has been my thing. I even started from 5-bedroom.
Wow. Even at the age of 22, you wanted to build a 5-bedroom.
Yeah, house. I started 5-bedroom.
Interesting.
I consulted the mason. I told him, when you do up to foundation level, how much will it cost me? From foundation to lintel, how much will it cost me? It wasn't a story building. He gave me all this. I went back, sat down, analyzed. So I started gathering money. When I finished gathering some of the money, I told him, I want you to do up to the foundation level. He charged me. So I started that way. I paid. After that, I had money. He continued. The entire building, it took me 7 months. Then I completed it. But the roofing, I waited for 5 months before I did the roofing. Yes, I could gather some money for the roofing. When I was building, I entered into cement distribution. I got the idea from those people who were bringing the cement. We used to buy it in trucks. I engaged the drivers who bring. Where do they bring it? Oh, this woman is this woman is this. How do they do it? Oh, you go to gas service, you pass here. So they were giving me the tip of how the people bring the cement for us to sell. Because we were buying in trucks. We were not buying it from the market. We were buying in trucks, so we were getting it in at cheap. So I wanted to get the idea how they get the trucks from Tema to Kumasi. So I get the contacts. The drivers were giving me the contacts. And they were giving me some of the distributors' number. They taught me a whole lot about how the business works. I opened my own shop. I was doing the retailing. I didn't start the distribution right from there. I started retailing. I bought one car that would do the distribution. I had 3 containers, the shipping container. One takes 1 truck, but I bought 3 containers. Imagine you are a mason or a contractor. When I come to your site, I tell you where my location, I tell you free transports. And when you buy from me, I give you a discount. They were bringing people. That was my business strategy. I go to site by site.
You yourself?
Myself. I was doing everything myself. My workers will be at the shop. I will go and do my marketing. When I come to you at the mason, tell her, if you let the owner buy from me, every cement that the person buy, a bag, I'll give you 30 pesos. They were all rushing to bring people. I got one distributor who will give me the cement. When I sell, then I give the money to the person. I grew the business from the help of that person because my money couldn't take much and the market was coming. I was able to save a lot of money because it wasn't only the cement I was doing. I was still managing the whole store and I learned how to construct the biodigester.
How did you learn to construct the biodigester?
This is what happened. I had a friend. He learned it from Germany. So when he came, he gathered some people. And my friend told me that this is what's going on. They were doing for the Anglo gold. So they brought it up. We were about 10. They trained us. We also started advertising it. People were not used to it. This is the proper biodigester. It works with volume. There's a science behind it. We have something called retention time. The retention time is when the waste that comes into the digester digests and it turns into bioproducts that we call biogas. We were able to calculate when you flush the system, the water in it, the first what we're using is 10 liters. So we use that one to calculate. So when you give me a room, let's take this is a 5-bedroom and you are using 6 WC. One flush is 10 liters. So at the end of the day, I'm going to manage a flush 10 liters per the number of WC over there. So we were able to calculate it accurately and we assume that people will flush like 6 times per day. Then you multiply by the number of WC you have. So we were able to build it efficiently because of how we learned it. And I went to online YouTube. I learned much about that. We were getting a lot of contracts. A week I can construct 3 houses. And I was getting profit margin of 30 to 40% of every digester I construct. So that one also gave me a lot of money. I invested into the cement. So I moved from the retailing. I gathered the local people. I go to shop by shop. I can give you cement. Then 1 week I take my money.
It looks like you're a very good marketer as well. You are like a hands-on person.
That's it.
Right? You don't just sit in your office and then, wish that things happen. You make the things happen. You move and then you get things done.
That's the whole thing. The money is outside.
Who are your role models?
I think I like Japan without him even knowing. Well, he doesn't like injustice. And I think I have that trait in me. I also don't like injustice. People talks about how he easily become annoyed, but anyone who doesn't like injustice is like that. He stands for the truth. So I'm that type. And how he also started, I have a lot of his interview. I normally listen. Even anytime like things are going down, when I watch his video, I get inspired from that. Like he never gave up. He lost a lot of things, but still he was able to come back.
So from Kennedy Japan story, yourself, what are some of the challenges you've experienced? How did you overcome it? And what lessons can you give, especially to young people who are watching, who are also inspired by your story?
The dream was to get there. I said to myself, nothing will let me stop. I have lost a lot. It's not like it was just smooth like that. I have to sell my house to invest in the business. I didn't give up. A whole lot of challenges. Forestry will seize your wood, those kind of things. Sometimes you are down completely. When you remember where you want to go, it's enough reason to also not giving up. So that thing was also there.
For a young person who is between the ages of 20 to 30, what advice can you give to such a person?
The truth is everybody can build. It doesn't matter where you are. You can build. But it's not like you can just stand up and go and build. You have to know where you are going and know why you want it and not giving up. Along the way, you will face a lot of challenges. But what you do determine whether you can achieve it or not. It's a matter of asking the right question, knowing the right people to ask, and knowing what you want. So if you're a young guy and you're watching me, it's possible. That's what I can say. If only you are not ready to give up. Because a lot of people start, they don't finish. Because the challenges come. Challenges is like everyday thing. It will come, but what you do towards the challenge, decide where you'll be.
What do you stand for?
We stand for quality, and our aim is to build a legacy. The reason is simple. We want to build something we can live in. We are not just selling. We just put ourselves into it that assuming we are going to live in that property, we will be comfortable to live in. When you go to the site, you will see what I'm talking about. You see the quality we put in. That makes us unique.
You have any plans of expanding? Do you want to build for people? What is the vision?
We want to go far. Wherever there's a land, we want to acquire and build property for people.
Would you recommend that people come and live in Kumasi?
I think Kumasi is very peaceful. Anyone who wants to be peaceful should come to Kumasi. Currently, we are doing the international airport. So here too will be hot cake. We believe in that. And looking at the environment, if you really want to come home, I think Kumasi is the ideal. When you hustle somewhere, come and relax.
Any other thing that you want to share with the viewers?
I want my viewers to trust us and see the kind of quality works you are putting in place, and they won't be disappointed. Rely on Fastlane Prestige Company Limited.